I'm Mark McPherson. We're going to have a bit of a chat about a favourite topic of mine, and it's what I call best practice behaviour. Now, I love helping people master tough conversations. I love helping people deal with difficult people. But I think there's a bigger picture, not more important. It's just a bigger picture and a different one, and it's this. I think when we look to the future, I think we're going to see people interacting more and more, not less. We're going to be communicating more, talking to more and more people in more and more countries, through more and more methods and in more and more different ways. Even when we're in the same office, I find it's amazing that people can't get up and actually speak to someone. They actually phone them or send them an email. Fine, if that works for you, not a problem. But most certainly, we're doing it more and more. Here's a good example. Many years ago, I went overseas and I sent my parents a postcard. There'll be people in the audience today who don't even know what a postcard is. Well, it's a funny little thing. You can actually write on it when you're somewhere else and you send it off in the post to your parents or your friends, and 6 weeks, 8 weeks later, it gets there. These days, even my parents in their 90s, when I go overseas, are expecting me, you weren't on Instagram? Weren't you on Facebook? Aren't you live streaming these days? My goodness, it's every day I'm supposed to be communicating and interacting with them, let alone everyone else I'm connected to on various things like LinkedIn and Facebook and whatever else. I'm supposed to be connecting with them all the time. Here's the simple reality. Some people aren't good at it. We need to work together more and collaborate more, but some human beings aren't particularly good at it. It's as simple as that. They need to grow up a little bit. And I think it is time for growth. I think it's time the human race as a whole grew up a little bit and tackled what I call best practice behaviour. How did we get to this stage? Well, I think there's 3 things that have been happening. And the first one is the pursuit of happiness. Do not get me wrong, I want people to be happy. It's an inalienable right in the American Declaration of Independence, for goodness sake. But here's what's happened. Some people have looked upon the pursuit of happiness as long as I'm happy, that's all that matters. It's become a bit of a me thing amongst some people. Not everyone. I'm not pretending the whole human race is like this, but you know these people. It's all about them. On top of that, we have freedom of expression. Believe me, I like a democracy. I think it's great. But have you ever met someone who said something foul, inappropriate, appalling, rude? Oh, it's a free country, isn't it? Well, it may well be a free country, but you're not free of consequences. So yes, it's great to be able to have a freedom of expression, but where do we draw the line? Because some people have made it, I can do what I want whenever I want. And they most certainly do have consequences when people think it's my car, it's my business, my life, I can do whatever I want. Well, no, you can't. And the third thing I think that reason why we've got to this situation is what I call search for meaning. Meaning is good, there's no problem with that, but what's happened is some people spend so much time trying to work out what's going on inside someone's head, and what are they trying to get my job, or what's going on inside their head. And you hear people at dinner parties going, oh, I've thought about him, I looked him up on Google and I found out he's maybe this or maybe that. You're spending a lot of time doing it, and it's for very little value, very little outcome. So you find people wondering why are they doing that, why are they interacting with those people. That's fine, but I think we're wasting a lot of our time, and it's got us to a stage where we need to really step up to best practice behaviour. Now, let's face it, none of us are perfect, right? I admit that. We could all do with a bit of best practice behaviour. But too often we're what I call below the line. And when we're below the line, maybe we're stressed. When we're stressed, we can't possibly be our best. Even when we're cool, calm and collected, we can't be our best because we just simply make mistakes. That's all. We're not perfect. And there's times when people are so excited, things blurt out of their mouth. I was at a meeting recently and someone had come back from yet another conference with another idea that we must implement. Well, that's fine. I want people to be excited, but just be careful that when we are overexcited, sometimes we're not thinking as well as we could. I think there's light in the tunnel. You'll be pleased to know it's probably not a train coming the other way. It probably is light, and it's what I call best practice behaviour. Let's just get above the line. And there's 3 things we can do immediately in our workplaces and our homes. Number 1, talk about standards. The second thing is build capacity in people to live up to those standards. And the third thing is a bit of growth. People need to grow, and we need to reward growth and reward success. So let's just have a quick look. I don't think we know what our standards are half the time. I go into workplaces and you wouldn't believe some of the things I see written up on the tea room or the lunchroom wall. There was one the other day, it actually said, "I am not your mother." Why would someone write that up there? Well, I think I know why, but I'll tell you, it's not best practice behaviour. What are your standards in this place, rather than bunging things up like that? So we need to think about them, because quite often we don't know. Is it okay to swear in front of the kids? Now, I asked that question at a workshop a while ago and everyone said, "Oh no." 20 minutes later, people saying, "Oh, but the F word's not a swear word, is it? A magistrate said that was okay." So, in my home, the word damn, this is a true story, in my home the word damn when I was a child was a swear word. I got clouded for that. So sometimes I think we need a bit of clarity. Now, when it comes to standards, what I've done is I've developed what I call 6 universal standards. It doesn't matter where I go, I reckon these 6 standards are there. Of course, there's layers within layers, but basically everything fits into this. We expect people to be honest, we expect people to give a bit of validation and acknowledgement, we expect people to be compliant, we expect our son to abide by the rules. You borrow the car, you put petrol in it. It's not that hard. So, what we also need to do is build capacity in people. People have got to do their job and they've got to be able to do it well. Not just the technical stuff, they've got to go around workplaces and they've got to interact with people. Help them do it. They deserve it. And even simple things that I think we might have lost in some workplaces is a simple handshake. No longer can we use the excuse, "Oh, it was a woman, I didn't know if I should shake her hand or not." You shook the man's hand, shake the woman's hand, do it. It's not that hard. And growth. Look, I think we don't need every time we have a success to run out on a hilltop and go, wow, I was very well mannered today. No, but simple acknowledgement. I really do like it. Simple acknowledgement at staff meetings, job well done. Here's a little aside that might frighten you. A little while ago someone said, "Oh, you don't thank people for doing their job properly." Don't you? I think it's about time some people grew up. If we have these 3 things, standards, build capacity, acknowledge growth, acknowledge success and reward it, I think we are stepping up to what I call best practice behaviour. I think we can do it. If you'd like to talk more about best practice behaviour, how I can work with you and your organisation, please go ahead, go to my website. That's probably the easiest place. Go to the contact page, lots of ways of getting in contact with me there, and let's have a chat. All the very best to you. Look after your family and friends, and see you later.